Do excuse, we do have my cat who has decided to make an appearance for today. He likes to lay down on my mouse and on my keyboard. Welcome back, and we are on to episode number 6, ready to continue our 100 baby challenge. Now, things have changed a little bit. I noticed that because all our children are growing up, it meant that the house was a little bit too small and a bit unreasonable. So I decided to look for another house, which I have found one off the gallery, and we are going to pretty much furnish it. Now, I have given it a bit of a furnishing. I've used the money that we did have. So we had altogether, after selling our furniture, about $28,000 to spend. And unfortunately, for a house of this size, it was not enough. So I have done what I could, which meant that some areas are very scarce, like extremely scarce, and you'll see it as soon as we walk in this door. But then I've got our other bedrooms, which are looking amazing, if I do say so myself. Now, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done to it. However, I know that while we've got our Luna pregnant, she will have a little bit of time to be able to do painting, especially when the baby is a newborn, until we hit infants, where they'll need a little bit more care. Whereas our teenager and our 2 children are pretty self-sufficient. They'll be able to kind of carry on and do what they need to do, and I won't have to worry. So, without further ado, let us go for a wee tour. Now, I'm still getting used to these camera angles. I have not really zoomed in this far before, so we're going to have a wee look. And I'm really going to warn you that as soon as we get in, you're immediately going to notice how scarce the lounge is. But that was not my focus, because most of our children kind of spend time doing other things. So we're walking through the door, and we've got our 2 doors here. So immediately you can see our lounge has absolutely no furniture. So when we go in, there isn't actually anything in this room other than the kitchen. So if I come this way here, we've got our kitchen here. It's not the best of things. It's not the most upgraded, but I know that with more income, we can kind of slowly add on and upgrade the things, but it will do the job of with what we need. We do have a small bathroom in here. It's pretty much bare basics. You've got your toilet, you've got the bath, and then just a wee basin as well. So the part that I'm actually quite excited to show you, I'm going to start with the main bedroom. It is one of my favorite ones. As we walk in over here, this is her bed area. I'm not very good with the clutter thing, so I'm still kind of trying to learn as I go, but I didn't want to get kind of hung up and spend a lot of money on the clutter when we can spend it on so many other things. And then just a wee bassinet in the corner. Now, let us go into one of my more favourite rooms, which is the children's room, the infant's room, and this is this one here through this door. Now, this has got in it a toddler bed. It's also got our infant's room in here. I will zoom out a bit later. So we've got 2 toddler beds on the sides. We have got a little infant area over here, just so that they can have a wee play. And then our 2 infant beds here ready for them to go into. So this will pretty much be our area for toddlers and infants. As we step on out, we're kind of going back towards the front room, and this is where the children will be in this room here. I have and which was really quite exciting, with the update you actually get bunk beds, which I thought amazing, because it does mean that we can kind of squeeze in way more beds, which we're definitely going to need. So here we are, we've got our 2 beds here. There is a little bathroom in there, which I have not furnished at all because I just don't have the money to do so yet, which is why they're all going to be sharing just the one bathroom. We've got a little art studio. We have got a wee table so that they can do their homework. We also have just a few other things that they can do over here as well, just to work on their skills. Now that's pretty much it. I do have, if I kind of go this way here, the teenage room is looking very sad. It only has, unfortunately, a bed and then a desk for her to study, but I thought we could kind of add on as we go. I also didn't have enough money to kind of play with the carpet either. It wouldn't even let me preview it because I just did not have enough money. But without further ado, we do have enough to kind of just start off. Let's make money. Let's add on as we go. So pretty much this episode will be waiting for our newborn to arrive, and then letting it grow up into an infant. Make as much money as possible, but also for our children to kind of carry on achieving what they need to. So I'm just going to auto lights so that we're not wasting any power. We're just going to do a quick check over. So Luna at the moment, she is, oh, well, she did fail to conceive the first time, but then she did get pregnant. So she begins her second trimester in about a day. So she's only just gotten pregnant. We have got Anastasia here. And Anastasia is just turned to a teenager, so now she is going into high school, so we just need to work on those skills. So we just need a skill to get to level 3, and then we're going to get her to hopefully get to A, and then she'll be a young adult, and we can just move her on out and make space for some more. We have a baby, it's not even baby Cassandra, child Cassandra now. She's just became a child, and thankfully she's already got the first requirement here. So she just needs to also work on getting to level A, and also same for baby Blake as well. He also needs it here, and I love seeing all these happy ones, and he's trusting of the universe. That's very adorable. So let us queue up some things for them to do. My main focus at the moment is just pretty much make as much money as we can so we can keep adding and editing and making our house as functional as possible. I'd love to have a nice little living area. I'm not too sure what to do with this massive space in the middle. I might have to kind of find a way to kind of block it off and make a wee maybe study nook or something like that. I'm not really good when it comes to massive spaces in the middle. So we will work through it and we will get there. But let us start getting onto it. So it looks like Anastasia is actually hungry. Now, because we moved houses, we don't actually have any food. Let me double check if it's gone into the fridge, because that would actually be useful. Otherwise, nope, just the cake. So top tip for next time, make sure you put all your food in your fridge. So Luna's going to come over and she can start by, I'm going to get her to cook a grand meal because we're going to need a lot of food. And let us make a turkey dinner, and then we can start moving on our other children. So here they're all just hanging out outside. Let us start for you. You can kind of just use the toilet for now. You don't really need a shower at the minute. And then after you do that, you can go and do your homework. Now, she doesn't need that one, so we're just going to get rid of it. And then, what do we need over here? So you are quite tired, but you don't need to sleep yet. So let's do your homework, and then pretty much you're ready to go to sleep. You can. I'm just trying to see which one I wanted to claim. Oh, she can even read under the covers. I think that's so cute. And then Blake, what are you going to get up to? Well, you don't seem to need very much, so you can do your homework for now, and then we can kind of work on it from there. All right, let's get into our actions. Let's make some money. Let us get settled into our new house. Go for it, baby daddy number 1. You can do what you need to do, my friend. Just looking at Anastasia, she's out here doing her homework in the toilet. Not the most ideal space, but you know, you do you, girl. We're coming over to see the little one. Which little one? I mean, you can come on over, but I don't know who it is you're coming to see. And we've just reached another cooking level, which is exciting. So she can grab a serving from that because she's quite hungry. And then we are going to pop this in here for people to help. Now, I'm just trying to work out the best angle to play in. So it could be that I'm going to be chopping and changing where I'm storing it. And it looks like she was trying to eat near Blake, but Blake's actually gone off. And he's actually hungry as well, so he can grab a serving after he's finished his homework. Cassandra's gone to sleep. And then when she's done her homework, she can also eat. Okay. I didn't realize there were people staying. Why are you in my house? I don't know. I didn't realize that I had agreed for you to stay. I mean, that being said, you know, he's not a bad idea. Let me have a look in our calendar to see how long he's staying to. So it looks like we have 2 people staying over, though I know we can cancel it. don't know if I'm really happy with these strangers living in my house. I mean, I'll talk to him. I think he is gorgeous. So let's welcome Sergio. Let's share our big news. Boast about our family. And he hates children, so that's that's not going to work out very well for us then. But thankfully, you don't have to stick around, Sergio. If you hate children, I don't know why you're going to hang out in that room. Alright, my girl, you can clean up your plate. We are not making a mess of our very scarce room. Don't know why you're going all the way over here. Oh, you're picking up another plate. That's alright. Okay, let's go and make some money. We only have 104, so we're going to use a solid 100 and we are going to paint the night away. Alright, and we have made our first 800, which is a massive jump for us. I'm going to get her to start on a medium one, but it does look like we're going to need to get her to go toilet, and then after that she can get some sleep. I don't think I want these guys to stay, so what I might cancel their stay over. I really don't want them to stay over. I want them to go home because they have no business being here. They can't send you home. I did forget to do our night in the town, so that's going to kind of disappoint her, but you know, you can't win it all. Okay, so Cassandra has woken up and she did go to bed early, so she is absolutely starving because she did not eat yesterday. So she can go and eat. She's used the bathroom. Now what do you need? So you need to get your skills. I don't actually have many things for them to do skill-wise. So she wants to be a whiz kids. I might get her to kind of work on some of these. And I think it's so cute with the update that you can make these friendship bracelets. I'm going to have you experiments. Now when you wake up Blake, I'm going to get you to use the toilets, and then you also need to get a skill to level 2. I'm going to get you to do some drawings. So you can draw some shapes. Anastasia, pretty much when you wake up, you also need the toilet, but I don't want you waking up the same time as Blake and then having to go toilet when he's going toilet. So you can, it's quite hard to choose what they need to do. So she needs to get a skill to level 3. Which I think it looks like she's got all of the adult kind of traits and skills as well. If you go and take just a normal shower for now, and then you can pop out of there. Maybe we'll get you to practice some acting. Let's try something a bit different. Alright, so now Cassandra has reached mental level 2 and she's just hanging out and playing. Blake is doing his drawing. And he's already got level 2 on his creative table, which is amazing, which means that he meets his skill. I believe that he might need maybe level 4. So we're going to try and get to a level 4. I like that Luna can just sleep through her practicing acting. She must be that knackered. Okay, and off to paint, and paint some more. And with that, Blake has made his picture. I am actually going to hang that up. I might have to edit this just so that I can move it around a bit better. We'll do that in build mode when we're buying a few things. I am still hoping to get 4 more masterpieces, and we're not getting as many as we did at the start. So that's still taking quite a bit of time. Now our guests have still left these, so that is really annoying. But maybe I could just sell it for some extra money. Okay, so Anastasia has gotten the acting skill level 2. Alright, 8 hours before she is in her next trimester. Let's keep painting. We've already got 2,000, which is amazing, which means we are going to be able to get a few more furniture pieces. I'm so desperately wanting to just fill out this massive space. I hate having massive space like this. But we might have to end up breaking this room up a little bit. Okay, let's see what everybody is doing. So Anastasia needs to go to the toilet and have fun. I just need to... Well, we don't want you making a mess. After she has her bath, it looks like she needs a bit of a social. So what she can do is she can join in playing and she can just kind of chat to her twin sibling. Become best friends forever. I think that would actually be super cute. And then you can just do... lots of other silly things. They are quite mischievous together. They are jokesters, so that kind of works out really nice. And then as for baby Anastasia, you can use the toilets. And then you also need a little bit of fun. Now, I don't have a TV, so it's all about just using what we can to kind of entertain her for now. And then after she does that, I'm going to get Luna to cook more food so that we just have build up our abundance of food again. We should make, let's do a breakfast scramble. And it looks like our twins are now best friends, which I find such a cute option. And I feel like being twins, it's an excellent trait to have. How interesting. Cassandra really enjoyed hearing Blake talk about his interests. It can be endearing when other Sims gushes about something they're passionate about. Would you say Cassandra likes discussing interests? I'm going to say yes, because I feel like that's just a base interaction everybody does. And that will help her later in life. She's feeling confident. Well done. Okay, so after you do a bit of games, just to get your fun up, you can also eat some food. And we're also going to help ourselves to some food. It's nice to see the island actually being used. I think we might have to put a dining table in this area just to kind of break up the space. We might get maybe a half wall and have a bookcase. And I might even look up some ideas. Even in the bedroom, there's just a bit too much space. I hate having massive chunks of space. Okay, let's see. Cassandra said she got in a fight with someone at school, which said the void critter is more powerful. I said it was the articorn, but he kept saying the senator. Which one is it? I'm going to say both are equally powerful. Okay, Cassandra, you can pretty much pot around and play. So it looks like you have got your skills to 2 already. And you've got a good range. I do want you to kind of keep experimenting. I feel like that might be a nice mental skill to have. Blake, you are probably coming to ask me for some advice, and that you are. So why don't you go and get some foods and have maybe a bubble bath. Then you can kind of carry on. So it looks like you want to become inspired. So why don't you make a friendship bracelet? Oh, I didn't realize you could make it here. Make a friendship bracelet for your sister. And then as for Luna, she can carry on doing some arts. We're getting asked a lot of things. So school is stupid. I should just be able to start working and living life. Can I never go to school again? School teaches important things. Society requires school for success. Don't grow up until you need to. I'm going to say school teaches important things. So if she's asking that, she might not have very much to do. So it's getting quite tricky because she literally has nothing to do. We don't even have a TV. So my person really needs to kind of keep earning as much money as she can, just so we can at least get a TV and then she's got something to do. So for now, you're just going to play a bunch of games and then maybe just continue practicing. In fact, I think there might be an option to do extra credits. You do need 1 skill to level 3. If you need 1 skill to level 3, let's keep at practice acting. Blake is still doing absolutely fine, and so is Baby C. I feel like a parent where I'm always going to refer to them as baby A or baby B or baby C. Alright, Cassandra's got logic level 2, an excellent skill to have when she grows up as well. Why don't we try something different since you're a master? Let's do medium pop art. And it looks like Anastasia has reached level 3 in her acting, which will help her in school. And Blake is flying through his creative skills. A speedy one. Not smart enough. I've been trying to do homework for school, but the last few assignments have felt really hard. Maybe I'm not smart enough. What do you think? Spend more time. Practice makes perfect. Focus on different topics. Or get a tutoring. So I'm going to say spend more time. I think practice does make perfect. I wonder if there's any parenting that we can do. So teach to say please and thank you. Teach to say sorry. Help with needs. Why don't we do a bit of teaching? While we have a bit of time, might be nice to teach our children a few things, see if that helps them. There we go, that's all done. So we've helped him with that. I'm going to just give him a wee bit of a praise to thank him, and then we can go and use the toilet. Now Anastasia, my goodness. It looks like we've reached level 10 in parenting as well. So Luna can now perform super efficient care on newborns and infants. Excellent. So that's something that we can definitely look for in our next baby. See if that will make any difference at all. Now, as for baby A, now she does need so many things. I wonder if she has any teenage friends she can call. She doesn't actually. But why don't you go and play with your sister? So... You are my favourite. Well, these are very, very much sibling interactions here. Ask about prized possessions. Let's go into our friendly. Shall we tell a dramatic story? I'm hoping this will help her fun. Oh, and I'm glad that they are able to bond and get some sentiments. Maybe you can talk to your brother as well. In fact, why don't you join playing the dolls? That might be quite nice. So, dynamic jokesters. Should Anastasia and Sandra? I'm going to say yes. I think it's nice to be jokesters with your siblings. That might be a nice trait to have. So now that you're finished in the bathroom, now I know that baby C needs to also use the shower after she eats. I might get her to do an energized run, just so she is getting a bit of fitness in there, and then she can take a shower. Blake, do you need anything? Not in particular. You're quite alright and ready for school tomorrow, actually. Or actually in 2 days, which is a bit of annoying that they've grown up kind of like on the weekend, because I feel like we're losing a day that they could be getting their grades up. And Blake is now level 5 in creativity. And Anastasia's come back completely filthy, ready for her shower. Honestly, my girl is absolutely thriving at the minute. She's currently in her 2nd trimester. You can see that baby bump. Now, what scares me is that baby bump is quite big. So that worries me that she might be having twins. Because she's already had 1 set of twins. I don't know if I'm quite ready for another set of twins. And finally, we have got a masterpiece. We have been waiting for a masterpiece for quite a while. Yes, we want to sell it, which adds on to our aspiration. Let's do a small one. I like to kind of vary it, just on the off chance that she might possibly get more masterpieces a bit faster. Okay, so pretty much whilst they're going to sleep and just paint and do that, I'm just going to fast forward past this part, just so that you're not watching them sleep, and we'll check in the morning. Okay, so now she is awake. Pretty much she is just going to be painting all day long. She's got 10 hours until her next trimester. And I know as a newborn it's a bit easier to manage as well. So she'll also be painting through there. So let's get our cash stack up. Our children are pretty much just gaining some skills because it's the weekend. There's not much else for them to do. And then we will take it from there. Okay, so we can sell our first painting for 800. Next painting, 703 simoleons. Next one is 830 simoleons. And we have got a masterpiece, which is actually just under 4,000 simoleons. Another one for 918 simoleons, and I believe we have also reached our third trimester, so she is ready to pop at any moment. Okay, since we have a little bit of extra time, I thought we could upgrade our beds to have the mobiles. I found that so useful being able to play the lullabies, so I thought we might as well use that skill. I thought you already asked me if you wanted to change career. You know what, go for it, you do you. Why not? Now that we are almost ready to pop with baby 4, so this baby is going to be starting with D. We just want to see if we can improve these cribs a little bit so it's a bit easier on us. And another painting with 466 simoleons. And we have painted another masterpiece, and we can sell that for 3,000 simoleons. Absolutely. And it means that we are one off being able to finish our painting extraordinaire, which is very exciting. And then we can find another one where we can power through, maybe gardening, maybe crafting. I'd love to try something different, but also a way to make money as well. And another painting for just over 1,000. Now, I have a suspicion she's going to be having her child definitely in the next day, so we are going to get her to sleep, and you never know what's going to happen. Our kids have finally got school. It's finally Monday, which means they're going to be working hard to get their grades up. Okay, it is finally the children's school time, so they are all off to school. I'm going to get them to all study hard, just so I know they're doing the utmost that they can. Sandra's also, and then there's Blake. So let's go study hard for all of them. And then at least we know what we have left to work with, whether we need for them to do more homework or extra credit, or if they just need an extra day. But we hopefully have a full week for them to go from C students to either B or A would be ideal, obviously, but maybe at least B to get started. Now, this Luna is definitely ready to pop. She is definitely going to have this baby today, and I know she's going to have it today. She's no way she can wait a little bit longer than that. So until baby arrives, we're just going to work on those needs and keep earning some money. And a painting for 600 simoleons. Okay, so we've just got a situation where Blake is at school, and it says that Blake's PE class gets to run laps, like lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity. He is mostly through the first lap when he notices a gap under the bleachers, just the right size for a little rest. Would coach notice if he sat out a few? So hide out or keep running? Absolutely keep running. You're not going to hide out, and thankfully that has worked because he's got a bit of a performance gain. And another one for 800 simoleons. And with that, she has made another masterpiece and completed her aspiration, which is very exciting. So let us sell this one off. Now, we will still use painting as our main income at the moment because it does help to kind of really boost those funds. I mean, after just 2 days of painting, she's already made 14,000 simoleons, which we desperately need to keep furnishing this house. I want to see her get more satisfaction points. It would be amazing to get some of these traits. I'm especially looking towards down here, just so that I know that when she's looking after the infants, she's got more time for the infants. So I'm either going to go for maybe the seldom sleepy or the never weary, because usually that's the one that stops us from being able to care for our infants the most. So for now, I'm not going to choose anything yet. I don't want to click it too soon. I want to see how we go with our infant or infants, if there's some more, and see where the need is. I like to kind of think about it a bit longer, though we might also go for creative visionary because it just means she's going to get more chances. But like I said, I'm not going to be trigger happy. I'm just going to wait and see. Now, for her aspirations, we have now completed the painter one. I don't want us to just do nothing and work on nothing. So there's so many different things that we could do. We've got master maker. I mean, I love the knitting kits. I would love to do this one. However, it doesn't make much money. And just looking through, it looks like it's going to take a lot of time for these ones. We could try the author route because that does mean that we are able to still make a lot of money, but doing it via writing. So that could be an option for us. In fact, let's go for that one there, because then by the time we finish this aspiration, we should be rolling in it really, and then we can kind of do more fun ones and seeing which ones we can complete. So I'm going to tick that one here. Now it looks like she needs to write 2 books and be inspired for 1 hour. Now before we can do that, we need to obviously buy us a computer, which means we kind of need a bit of a study nook, which maybe we could find a way to integrate this area to have a bit of a study area, even if we had to cut off the room a little bit. I did upgrade the lounge area a little bit, so we've got our crafting items, just some cozy little decorations. We did get a TV, so now Anastasia's not going to sit there being bored. She's actually got something to do and places to be. So let me sort out her needs, and then we will think about getting that computer area for her. So we're just going to start by going toilet. She does need a little bit of social, so I'll get her to talk to Sergio on the toilet. I feel like he might possibly be our next baby daddy. And it looks like we have also got some bills to pay. So while you are there, let's go into home and pay our bills. Our bills are over 1,000 just because of the size of our house. Now, while she has got the briefest of moments, I am going to get her to cook more food just because we only have 2 plates there, and I feel like that is not going to last. I love the amount of options. Let's go for minestrone. That sounds delicious. I'm actually thoroughly surprised. We've gotten through most of this day and her baby still has not arrived. We must be close to it. Perhaps, I'm wondering if we should put a wee writing area in her bedroom. I feel like then she's got her own personal space to be able to do that. I'm just going to quickly add that nook and then she can start and do some writing. And here we go. She's just got a cute little dresser here where she can do her writing, and I'm just going to get her to start writing some books. So her first one, I'm going to get her to write where's Spot, and then she can type away. Okay, so our children have come back, so let's have a look. So it looks like Blake's grades have gone up to a B. Anastasia is already an A student, which means she's actually ready to grow up into a young adult, which means she is ready to shift out, which is crazy to think. And apparently she also swiped something. Well, I guess you can go ahead and take that with you in your further life. And she's also got a project to do, so has Cassandra. So it looks like Blake has leveled up and he's kind of got everything he needs. He just needs to do his homework. Cassandra, however, is still a B student. Oh, actually, no, she's the same. I just missed the notification. So she's also ready to go up as well. And then we've got Anastasia, who's already an A student. That's amazing. Let us suss out their needs. And then we are going to look at moving out Anastasia, growing her up so she can go toilets. And then I'm going to get her cake out ready for her. Now, oh no, the cake has actually been eaten, which means we can't actually use it. So we're going to have to make another cake. So I might actually see if she can cook the cake, because she might find that a bit of an accomplishment. So let's see if she's actually able to. So she can make a white cake or a chocolate cake. Let's go for a chocolate cake and hope that she doesn't burn anything down. Now for Cassandra needs to use the toilet. She also needs to have a shower. After she does that, she can then do her homework, and then she's come with a school drawing, which I will hang straight up onto the wall, and then her project can stay here for her to do very shortly. For Blake, I don't think he came home with anything. He has come home with a project to do as well. So let's get him to pop it maybe over here. And then he doesn't really need very much, so he can go ahead and do that and then start working very carefully on his projects. I think Cassandra can also start working on her project, so at least they are trying to get as much extra credits. Now Luna is still diligently working away. I want to get her to help out with the children's project, but I know that she does need some sleep, so I'll get her to get a bit of sleep, and when they start their project she can then help them. Back to Anastasia, who is cooking her cake and hopefully not burning it. And as she's making her cake ready to have her birthday, it looks like Anastasia will have to wait. as well, because Luna is in labor and she is going to have her baby very, very soon. Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's going to be boy or girl. Boy would be nice because it kind of evens it out a little bit. Now let's add, now I am going to be a bit cheeky and kind of get her to wait. I know you're in labor, but we are going to come over here and watch Anastasia blow out her candles. We are watching our first baby turn into a young adult. And here she goes. So just going to do this one and this one. So it looks like she wants a lineage, and she's also cheerful. Amazing. A massive, massive one. And we are celebrating. So let us pop that away. Anastasia, you look like a spitting image of your mum. However, I am unfortunately going to be booting you out very soon. And I was thinking of making a house in the neighborhood where I kind of put all of our children that have grown up and they can kind of live in that house and carry on from there. I think that would be an excellent idea. Now, in terms of this, so we are going to go and have our baby. So it's going to seem so silly, but I'm going to change her outfit just into her normal outfits, ready to have her baby. So let's go over here, and it is now time. I am so excited. I'm also very nervous. Oh, bless you. I know you're in pain. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. And it's a girl. Oh my goodness, we are blessed with lots of girls. So this is baby 4, which means we are up to the letter D. And for a girl, I'm going to use the name Daisy. It was a toss-up between Diana and Daisy. I'm going to go for Daisy. And it looks like we just had, and it was a big breath of relief, we've just had the one baby today. And here she is, nice and settled in her crib. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Just going to take a cheeky screenshot. So while she's in there, let us give her a feed. We're also going to give her super efficient newborn care. I want to try that and see what that does. And Jay has said, well, he got his job. Well done, Jay. That's good for you. But we have got other things on our mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we are going to get Anastasia out of the house, and we are just pretty much going to carry on making money, doing the aspirations, and I might start looking for our next baby daddy, because I feel like newborns are all right, but once this newborn becomes an infant, we absolutely need to be ready for the next one. I feel like I can handle one. If we can handle 2 at a time, I think that would be amazing. We've got to keep pushing and pushing to see how far we can go. Because Anastasia, because I haven't gotten her pregnant straight away each time, she is aging and she's only got 13 days. And the only way to kind of extend that is either by using a potion, which is against the rules, unless we choose to not do that, and then go from there really. So I know that when they are pregnant they don't actually age up, so we might have to consider just continue to being as pregnant as possible really. Okay, let us sort out these. So Daisy's pretty much going to chill out. We are going to move out Anastasia, so let's go and do that now. Okay, so Anastasia has now moved out. She is within the neighbourhood, so she's still close by and likely to pop in. For the meantime, while we have Daisy, who is nice and settled, we're just going to get Luna to help with these projects a little bit, just to get that little bit of extra credit and hopefully bring them up a bit sooner. Do excuse, we do have my cat who has decided to make an appearance for today. He likes to lay down on my mouse and on my keyboard. Excellent, so he's got extra credit. So his one is all finished and done. I'm going to now go and assist Cassandra. Now he can pop that into his inventory, and let's see, he needs to eat. He can also go and brain kid child. Interesting, I didn't know that was one. I'm going to get him to watch Kids Network. I feel like he should be entertained. I'm not going to make him do more learning after he just did extra credits. And we are over here. We're going to go and help Cassandra, who is probably almost done with her one. And my goodness, she needs a lot of things here. So once she has done that, she can also grab a serving, and then when he pops that TV, she'll be able to watch that current channel, and then she's going to go ahead and get some rest. She does have school tomorrow. It looks like Daisy is nice and asleep, which means Luna can kind of carry on with her needs. It is 8 p.m. I was going to see if I could invite Sergio around, but I might wait till the next day and then get him around and go from there. And her extra credit has been done as well. Let's pop it in her inventory to take to school. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but she can take it along with her. So while that has been done, you might as well use the toilet here. That's close by, and in fact you can get some sleep while you still can, because I suspect that Daisy will be waking up in the night because she's been sleeping for the entirety that she has been born so far. Have you eaten your food? You have not. So you're watching TV, but you've not eaten anything. There it is. Eat your fish and chips and then get some sleep. Okay, everyone is sleeping. And just as I said, everyone was sleeping. Of course, the baby goes ahead and cries. So it looks like she's going to... And she already knows what to do. She's already going to feed. Let's do super care just to see if baby needs anything else, and then we are going to go back and sleep. Okay, so everyone is now awake. It is now breakfast time. So I'm just getting Luna to make some more food so we've got more stacked up and so that she can eat. The two children have pretty much just gone to the bathroom and now they are just having their breakfast and they are ready to go off and do their thing. We, on the other hand, have got business to do today other than looking after Daisy. We are going to get Sergio over and we are just going to get ready for our next baby. I'm thinking we're just going to do it straight off. I feel like doing one infant is quite challenging, but doing two is a lot harder, and I don't want it to be too easy. It will at least keep me nice and busy. Let us have a steamy shower, and we are going to get her as flirty as we can so that we can invite Sergio already. There we go. So let's send a flirty text and invite him to hang out at our current lot. Now our children are now making their way to school. Yes, girl. You send that flirty. Oh look, he's already replying. Alright, Sergio's on his way. Let's get to this front door. It looks like Daisy is doing absolutely fine. Here he is. Let us, she's single and loving it, Tips. Let's go and greet him by offering him a rose. What a nice way to greet someone. Welcome to my house. Have a rose. And straight away we are off to a brilliant start. I probably won't go dirty jokes. I feel like she's not quite as funny as she thinks she is. Her charisma is quite low, so she tends to fail those. And here we are already having our first kiss. Are we able to? We are. Now, I always feel weird about doing it with the baby in the room, even though it shouldn't matter too much. But we're going to go ahead and use the shower. I feel like that's a lot nicer, and then Daisy doesn't have to listen or witness any of this. And here they emerge. Immediately, we're going to go and take a pregnancy test. And she's not That was a very fast pee. Alright. Sorry, Sergio. We're going to have to go again. I will not accept no. Off we go. Alright, round 2. Let's see if we can do it this time. That's good. So, pregnancy test. And we are pregnant with baby 2. Not baby 2, but we're eating for 2. So that is baby number 5. Oh, yes, it is baby number 5. I think I was starting to count, and I forgot that we have got one that's moved out. All right, Sergio. Thank you for your business, but I think you can go. We have got what we needed to get. And we're going to carry on doing our book. And it looks like Daisy's just woken up. Let us do our super efficient care. It actually makes it so much easier because all I need to do is to click that one button and she literally does what baby needs. Okay, now that baby is all sorted, let's carry on our writing. Okay, our children are back and already we can see that Blake has gone up to an A student and so has Cassandra, which means that they are now ready to become teenagers. And you can already see I've only got one teenager bed in that room, so that's something that we're going to have to change, which is a little bit sad because I feel like they are steaming through and I love the children's room. It's such a shame that it wasn't able to be used a little bit more, even though they did have the full weekend for it. Let's see if we can get the chocolate cake back out. We don't need this cake here. That one's almost run out anyway. Can she add? She can add the birthday candles. So let's get our 2 aged up. Absolutely. So when these 2 come, let us blow out our candle. Go, Cassandra, go! And here she is, and she looks gorgeous. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to do her aspiration, which can be any. So I'm just going to scroll up and down and kind of wave my mouse around. And we've got it. It's always a family one. It might be where I'm pointing. And I did point out of it, so this one. Okay, so it looks like she wants to be in a vampire family. And she is also a bookworm, an interesting sort. Very much an interesting sort. So there she is. We might have a wee change of our outfit very soon, but for now we are going to go ahead and get Blake to go and add candles because it's now his turn to blow it out. And here he is, and he's even got a cap on. Bless him. So I'm going to go up and down this one and this one. So it looks like he's going to be a serial romantic and self-absorbed. Okay, an interesting mix, but I suppose they can go hand in hand. So we're going to go ahead and do that here. Okay, what we are going to do now is we are going to set up the teenagers' room so that they have a space that isn't a child's room. So I'm going to quickly go and do that now. And we are back again, and we have done up a couple rooms. I've just kind of edited to enclose the space so it's not such big open living, and I did do a little bit of the teenagers room. Now as I was doing it, I noticed I'm not very good at knowing what teenagers like, so I thought, you know, teenagers like clutter, they like mess, and then they just want their own space to kind of hang out in. So I've done that there, done a dining room, and just kind of added some walls into our kitchen. So without further ado, we're going to come and have a look at our living spaces. So I hope you enjoy. It's going to be a very short tour with very choppy camera, but hopefully you have liked what we have added. And then obviously we are left with only 200 simoleons, so we do need to make more and just keep adding and upgrading all of our furniture and equipment. So without further ado, enjoy. Okay, so after that tour, I did play back this recording and realised that I had forgotten to turn my mic on. So instead of finishing it within the last 10 minutes, rather than just doing a voiceover, I'm just going to show you some quick snippets as to what we got up to within those 10 minutes, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we continue doing some painting. Anastasia called, she wanted to move back, but we're like, no thank you, you've literally just moved out, carry on. Blake has aged up into a young adult. Cassandra has aged up into a young adult, and we are moving them out of our family. We have got Daisy, who has grown up to be cautious, so she is now an infant, and here she is doing some tummy time. And that leaves us to where we are at the end of the episode. She's now in her 3rd trimester, ready for her next baby, and we will see you in the next episode. Ta-ta!